Okay, do you remember my last video? I scored this motor on a and it sounded really good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear this whole thing down. I'm not opposed to the bug spray, but I'm gonna tear it down because I wanna see if anything's done to the heads. Plus I wanna paint the sheet metal and get rid of this exhaust and just generally clean the whole motor up before I reassemble it with freshly painted tins and a new shroud and make it more for a upright type 1 sedan. So I just wanted to start documenting some of this before I tear it apart. As you can see, I already took off the aluminum shroud. I've still got it bolted to the tranny, which I'm gonna kind of set this up on as my regular engine stand. I'm gonna take these axles off and stuff. But anyways, back to the motor. Like all the tins are all beat up and it's kind of greasy in there, but it's got a power pulley on it that I gotta address. So I just want to basically tear apart the top end. So that's what I'm gonna be doing now. Yay! Okay. There is carburation. All right, they did not run the gasket, they just ran silicone, but look at a nice port job. Those suckers are open. Okay, looking closely, I do see there's a gasket there. See, I want to try and avoid all that muck from getting inside that motor, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the vacuum. So I'm turning this off. All right, here's a better look. You can see that somebody has been in there and done some head work in here. It's been opened up just a bit, but it looks good. All right, now with the motor all stripped down, kind of hit it in a few spots with a wire brush just to loosen up some of the gunk. Hit it with simple green. It's been just soaking on here. Now I'm gonna get the garden hose. It's been sitting out in the heat, so the hose is gonna be kind of warm, and I'm just gonna go spray all this off. The motor is really clean, so not a lot of built up gunk on it. All right, here's a little shot of it all dried off. Cleaned up nicely. Now we're gonna go ahead and paint the tins up and get this motor reassembled. All right, so I'm working on cleaning up all the parts to get ready to repaint. And you saw how rusty this was, just hitting it with my wire wheel. That's bringing it down nicely. I'm still gonna paint it because I don't wanna leave it chrome. So I'm gonna get all the rust off, I'm gonna treat it, then I'm gonna hit it with a self-etching primer and then paint it black. You guys are still watching? Oh, I have no idea you guys are still watching. All right, I'm gonna clamp this down onto something better and get into these crevices as best I can. It's kind of sketchy just trying to hold on to it. But sketchy is my middle name. All right, looks like the rust converter will do the rest of it. All right, so I'm spraying some of my magic juice that, anyways, in my bottle here. And I'm just gonna let this sit for 10 or 15 minutes and then I'll rinse it off. I also have this K&N filter. Filter's not bad, I can wash and clean it, but the lid looks like crap, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to clean it up so I can paint that black as well. All right, the intake is all clean and painted. It's gonna bake in the sun just long enough till I can pack it up, put it inside to cool off. All right, sometimes it's those little moments that make a big deal. You know, everybody's got a box of gaskets. So I'm looking through here and I find the correct gasket. It has to be 20 years since I ran a 2-barrel like this on my car. Amazing that I have a gasket. All right, here we go. We got the oil cooler in, cylinder tin in, front pulley in, front tin. And we're just getting the clamps together. We're gonna get the exhaust on and the intake. All right, here's where we wind up at the end of the day. Motor's all assembled. I can still get in here and clean some of those little rust spots, which I plan on doing. But we're all assembled, got a different exhaust on it. Changed the pulley, put a standard size degree pulley on it. Fuel lines are hooked up. Everything is ready to go. And I think tomorrow we can get up here and fire this motor up again. Stay tuned. All right, and here's the end of it. I got a muffler on it, but I've got a chrome glass pack that I think I'm gonna put on there to look a little cooler. Plus it's a little bit smaller, more compact. Clean the bottom of the carb up quite a bit more. Everything else is ready to go. I want to point out, total old school chrome cover for the generator as well as the coil. Stuff that I had just laying around since back in the day. All right, that's it for this one. Right now, I don't have a car to put this in, but I think maybe it'll go in my gray 67. All right, thanks for watching. Not sure if we're gonna fire it up or not tonight, but maybe in the next video. Thanks for watching.